You know Mario, the guy who jumps really high up and goes through buildings and their walls. Yeah, of course you know him. But on July 9th, 1981, Mario made his first appearance on the game Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is about a gorilla kidnapping Pauline, which you probably know from Super Mario Odyssey, and our goal is to save her from Donkey Kong as he throws obstacles in our way. Our main character didn't really have a name at the time. However, he was named Jumpman in the English instructions, and later on named Little Mario, or the Brave Carpenter. But with a name like Jumpman, you'd think that jumping was needed in order to beat a game like this, but that might not be true. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like these kinds of videos, because we sometimes do gameplays and we sometimes break games to their absolute limit, just like how we saw if we can beat OC without clicking, which you should totally watch after this video, by the way. Now, what even is a jump? You'd probably assume something like this, and yes, I would agree with you. In the first level of the game, you can see that there are ladders that you can climb to reach the top of the stage. However, Donkey Kong is also at the top of the stage throwing barrels down. How do you dodge these barrels, you may ask? Well, typically you would jump over these barrels, but obviously Mario's legs don't work how they used to, making us unable to jump. So with a little bit of luck and an even littler bit of skill, we can dodge these barrels by climbing these ladders, and you can actually wait on the ladders if the barrels are going by to make sure you don't get hit. After all that, you can go on to level 2. I had to play on a different version of the game since the NES version of Donkey Kong only has 3 levels. Level 2 is actually pretty easy though, and all you really need to do is wait for one of the ladders to go up so you can reach the end. The only obstacles here are these fireballs and oatmeal for some reason. Level 3 is quite the mess. We have to fall on these platforms moving up and down to make it past this level, but there's one problem. You do not get momentum when you walk off a ledge, so you just fall straight down. Now we have to jump 5 times just to make it over to Pauline. But that's not where it ends though. Freekong.org is where I played the second level, and it seems to be more accurate to the arcade machine version of the game, which isn't as limited to the NES version. What this means is that we can now walk off the edge and skip so many jumps, except for one. Yeah, I kind of thought something like this would happen since this is a platformer. So I guess Jumpman really is an appropriate name, isn't it? But let's just see if he can be Jumpsman or not. Since we now have access to the ladder over here, we run into another problem. This ladder is normally difficult to walk up, but since we can't jump, we have no way of getting over the fire. But we don't have to go over it to beat this level, do we? If you go up the ladder and get lucky enough that the fire goes to the right side of the screen, your hitbox will not touch the fire, and you'll be able to walk to the ladder connected to the top layer, making the second level use only one jump. The fourth and final level is pretty interesting. In this level, you need to walk over these blocks to make Donkey Kong fall off the top area. The only problem is, once you've stepped on one of the blocks, you cannot step on it again, since you'll fall down and lose a life. You can't casually walk over it either. So for this level, you'll need to plan out some sort of route so you don't get caught by these ghost-looking things. Personally, I just snake around it and just try to avoid the ghosts by going higher up. The only real problem here is getting cornered by the ghosts, since this can happen pretty easily if you aren't careful. But other than that, this final level is pretty easy. So, can you beat Donkey Kong without jumping? No, you can't, unfortunately. But you do only need to use one jump for the entire game, so we were really close to beating the game without jumping. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and comment something down below if you want to give me suggestions or if you just want to say something. And yeah, that's basically it.